guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Jade, and today we will be using the new Beauty Bay Opulence palette. If you would like to see some swatches, a tutorial and my thoughts on this palette, please keep on watching. The eyeshadow palette that was released on Friday. There was no announcement or nothing. They did mention about the Christmas collection with Jade, and then I went online, saw this, and I had to pick it up. I got the hall pass, so I got next day delivery, and I'm so happy. This palette looks so much nicer in person. So this is the front cover of the palette. Really full on, very decorative, and I just absolutely love it. This is what the palette looks inside. You have 20 shades, you have your mattes, your shimmers, and I do believe that some of the shimmers have that putty formula. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got your blues, your purples, your golds, your neutrals, and a lot of depth to this palette. When I saw this palette online at first, well, I was drawn to it, but after I purchased it, because it was literally an instant buy, I was thinking about it a lot, because it does look like the Beauty Bay Book of Magic. This palette is discontinued, which is such a shame because it's such a beautiful palette. However, I feel these two palettes would work well together. But what I'm going to do is show you them side by side in case you did miss out on this palette, or in case you have both and you're wondering if you need this palette. So these are the two eyeshadow palettes. This one is Book of Magic and this one is the new one, Age of Opulence palette. Very similar, but I can definitely tell that the new palette is more rich and royal, and the Book of Magic is definitely more vibrant. I do feel these two palettes would work really well together, but I just wanted to show you in case you're deciding whether you need the Age of Opulence palette. So this is the first two rows swatched. Really gorgeous, a lot of depth as mentioned, but just stunning. One swatched, and yeah, really happy with that. The black is quite pigmented, but it didn't go as far. These are just swatches, but really gorgeous. And this is the bottom half of the palette, and it has to be my favourite. Like, so stunning. Like, all those tones, really gorgeous. I'm in love with this formula here. The mattes were good. Again, they didn't go as far, but again, it's just a swatch. But this is stunning. So let's get into an eye look. So the first shade I'm going to take is going to be this shade here called Hope. So that colour packed on really well. It's very pigmented, bright, no problems with it. The next shade I'm going to take is this one here called Rich, and pop that on the outer corner. Those two shades worked really well together, and I'm really happy with it. So now I'm going to take Silk Stockings and just blend out the outer edges of the colours that we've applied. That has blended out really beautifully, and I'm in love with these tones. It's so nice. What I'm going to do now is cut the crease, and then we'll be back to try a shimmer. So I'm back, I've cut the crease, and I feel that I'm going to have to go in with this blue here just to see if it applies on the eye as pigmented as it looks in the pan. So let's pop this on the crease. That is stunning. Really gorgeous, very pigmented, and it was easy to apply. So what I'm going to do now is pop off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to give you my final thoughts on this palette. So I'm back and this is the finished look using the Beauty Bay Opulence palette. I am really happy with this look. I think it's such a beautiful palette. The pigmentation, the colour story, it's just so glamorous, like it's beautiful. So here is the palette and I'm really happy with how these colours work today. The ones that I used. You could definitely do a variety of looks with this palette. I don't think you could go too neutral, but you could definitely do a smoky eye, you could do glam. Like, it is a beautiful colour story and definitely something I don't have in my collection. This blue here was absolutely stunning, and as you can see, it applied effortlessly to the eye, and once again it's a beautiful palette. So that is it guys for today's video on this palette. I really hope you enjoyed this. Will you be picking this up? What do you think of this palette? If you would like to see a comparison video of this with the Book of Magic palette, let me know down below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload, and hopefully I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!